How do you deal with trolls? Depends on if I have to cross that bridge. Pay the toll. Ignore them. Expressionless. By fucking their mom. I've been getting death threats for listening to Michael Jackson. Any help would be appreciated. Have you tried direct sunlight? I usually say, I love you too. Don't out-troll the troll. Answer their riddles correctly. Speaking as someone that used to be a troll, I've since changed my ways and grew up. Your best defense is to ignore them. They get bored easily and move on to someone else. You ignore them. One time I single-handedly took care of a massive troll on a game once. That kid seemed to live to troll and annoy people. He spent all his time there trolling and insulting people. But there was one person he despised because he couldn't annoy me. I just ignored every word he spoke to me. And when he was targeting someone else, I used his words against him in some way. Trolls live to see others get upset over the stuff they do to them. So nothing makes them more angry than when they can't get to someone. If you just keep ignoring them and make it clear you don't gaf about what they're doing, they'll give up and find someone else they can get their pleasure from. It felt so good to see that kid get so angry and be able to defend others by directing his attention off of them and onto me, and see him get mad at his failure to troll me. Lol. Sunlight. Laugh and move on. Life's too short to spend on some schmuck on the internet. The blood of a Christian or sunlight. You ignore them. I feed them till they explode. It depends a lot on the troll. But my go-to approaches are 1. Starve the troll. Ignore him. And 2. Force overfeed the troll until he vomits. Engage him incessantly until he leaves. I don't recommend the latter for most people, as it requires quite a bit of insanity plus patience. These comments would have made me kept live streaming. Sigh. Sensible answer. Block button. Accurate answer. Argument time. Try to find the humor in the troll. Beat the F out of them. Maybe listen to some Michael Jackson. I find that can remove almost any pain or injustice in this world. Pay the toll for that boy's hole. If I want to get in that boy's hole, I buy myself 3 goats. You don't. Put on a +3 intelligence cape, enchant your staff and cast a fire spell. Don't feed them. I agree with them. I get them as far away from me as possible. You troll the troll. That crazy hair of theirs is whack. Just stare at it, I guess. Don't feed them. Same rotation I use on any other horde race. Cast Consecration. Judgment. Hammer of Wrath. Avenger's Shield. Hammer of the Righteous. Then refresh Consecration. Tell them to kill themselves. Call them a slur, and call it a day. There's this recurring self-righteous troll in this baseball forum I frequent. I read his posts in Howard Cosell's voice. It never fails to amuse. On Ernest Scared Stupid, they used milk, and a mother's love. Shake them until their hair gets all frizzed out. Tell him to wait for my delicious bigger brother who will be coming along very shortly. Hit M with a rock. Troll back. Don't. Just ignore. Their weakness is iron. So carry a horseshoe with you when in the forest. Depends of how fun the conversation is. Sometimes I like to engage, but sometimes I ignore. Troll them back. I am a druid and have been bathed in the blood of a tree. I am immune to trolls in all of their manifestations. Guthans. If you are low to mid-level Iron Man rune armor and a full inventory of food will take you 2 trips. If you don't want to prayer flick, make sure your reply is literally overkill. You have to throw coins or other good at the bridge before you cross. I deadass thought this meant like fairy tale trolls. Okay. Have a nice day. Fire or acid to deal with their Regan. Have to pay the price. Ignore and move on if they're not funny.